Hello guys. So it has been a while since the last time I posted a video on YouTube. I was away in a holiday for the end of the year, and then I came back home and was busy doing some things and just trying to find the right subject to talk about. And it has been like a challenge, I think, since I was away. A lot of very big issues have been happening in the world recently. Since the crisis with Iran and the United States, that is really a whole topic on its own. And more also in the area of health, it has been this new coronavirus epidemic, coming. Um, right now, there is the threat that it will become a pandemic, but right now it has been the worst of the cases have been in China, and there have been a lot of, let's say, news or information about this from different people, and not all of that is positive. Probably most of the people have good intentions. They just want to give information to people and try to help somehow, either by giving their opinion or just giving updates. So there is the human side of the epidemic. So there's people blogging about if they are living in China or they have relatives in China. They give people updates of what is happening, how life is there in the center of the epidemic, how they have this opinion that not all the cases are being reported, and how most of the information from China is not really truthful. So this is the opinion of more than one person. They say that really China is not telling everything about this epidemic, and there, in my opinion, most of it is it is probably not the intention of the people who are posting the video, but it's kind of gloomy and very pessimistic, even though I think most of this information is necessary. Some people, they just give their opinion. Some people are doctors, or they have scientific background and they give their opinion about this. Some other people, they don't have any scientific background or anything like this, but they still try to talk about what they think is happening at the moment. So what I wanted to say is that as I was looking at all these, I rediscovered, that's probably the right expression, um, because of course YouTube recommended me in the videos the content of this man that a lot of you might know. And if you don't know, just search for Wim Hof in YouTube and you will see his background and what he has accomplished. So basically, he has made popular breathing technique that he created like a method after a lot of years of experience with this. And with this breathing technique, he can do a lot of very amazing things. Among others is the ability to sustain cold, to improve your mood, to even affect the immune system, to affect different areas of your life in a positive way. So he has made an effort to make popular these breathing techniques. And together with this, he has, let's say, mixed with the cold experience. So he tells how cold, not just in the form of, let's say, cold showers or cold baths, are something that is very useful and very beneficial for people. But he has also shown that exposure to cold, like yes, walking shirtless outside when the temperature is cold, or just going into very cold water, or just dipping into a lake that is cold. Something like this has a lot of benefits. So what he's telling us about this person, Wim Hof, is not really new. He didn't invent the breathing techniques that he is now so popular for. A lot of these breathing techniques are or have been explored by many civilizations before him. Probably there's something unique about the specific techniques he does, like the combination of how many how many breaths you're taking, or the way you're doing it. But it's very similar to other techniques that some other people use, such as breath work, or if you know some Asian cultures, this is popular. The breathing techniques are popular in Asian civilizations, and yoga has a lot of these. Monks in Buddhist communities use all these breathing techniques together, with meditation to accomplish elevation in the consciousness state. So some of his breathing techniques accomplish the possibility to have, mystical experiences, or you can just have an improve in your mood or in your health in different ways. So, like I was telling, this is not new, but he's doing a good amount of work, something positive for the world by making these techniques more popular. So people that didn't hear about this, because there's always some mystical side to some of these techniques, and if you're not mystical inclined, this man Wim Hof is not using anything that is somehow religious or spiritual, even though he says that there's a lot to be learned from the cold, and he even calls cold like a god because he's teaching you something. He's really not trying to have like cold or like a following group. But what it was very important is that he makes all these things. For example, if you research also about the benefits of cold, whether it is cold weather, cold water, like in the form of cold shower or cold baths, there's a lot of information about this. So if, for example, you go to, again, YouTube, and you search what is the benefit of cold showers, you will see a lot of information for this. So there's really not much the point of repeating it. What I want to say is that he has been able to take all this information and put it together into something that is coherent and it is helping a lot of people. So as I was searching through these coronavirus videos and trying to find, what was useful and what not, I found again his information, some of the interviews that he has given, and it was interesting to me that I remember when one of these interviews, when he was talking with Joe Rogan, amongst others, wherein he mentions that he was exposed to this endotoxin and he was able to take the endotoxin without becoming ill. So it came to my mind this idea that I thought it is very constructive, maybe like a challenge, that it is possible to teach people how to activate their immune system and prevent the infection, the spread of this disease. So now we have the threat of this epidemic becoming a global pandemic. And I was thinking, well, maybe Mr. Wim Hof or someone close to him could take it upon himself, the challenge to try to spread this knowledge in the context of the new coronavirus, epidemic, and try to teach people how to prevent this disease in themselves, in their lives, in their persons, and how people that maybe are ill will become healed with this. Maybe it could sound far-fetched, but I think it is something useful that what he's recommending is in no way contravening, established medicine procedures. So I think if he could find a group of people that are just willing while they're, let's say, in quarantine or in some other, convalescent state, like in a hospital or something, and they want to practice some of his techniques, and it will be very useful for people if they really can become healed from this infection without, provoking any negative side effects. So it's just an idea, and probably Mr. Wim Hof is very busy right now doing something with his life and trying to promote his work. So if someone knows him and he gets to see this video or hear about this challenge, if he can, create a group and try to do some research on whether coronavirus can be affected, in a positive way, so people can become healthy after using these techniques, I think it will be something useful, and that will be probably life-changing for everyone on this planet once becomes known that something as negative as an epidemic can be controlled by something as natural as just breathing or exposure to cold. So it's just an idea. Let me know what are your comments or your ideas about this in the comment section below. So that's it for now, guys. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, if you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you like this video, please like it. And yes, again, let me know what is your idea about this, and write any comments or questions if you have. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching.